What happens when you take a decade-old movie, dial down the impact and dial up the nonsense? You get Lakshmi, and a vengeful spirit that acquires new powers faster than Thanos can acquire the Infinity Stones. I was asked to review this movie by a few of my friends, and I figured may as well watch this movie. Despite this movie being categorized in the horror comedy genre, it does not really have any sort of a build-up as compared to the cult classics. Lakshmi is a Bollywood remake of the 2011 movie Kanchana that is also available on YouTube in a dubbed version. Comparing Kanchana with Lakshmi is kind of like comparing a Swiss timepiece with its replica. While Lakshmi initially seems to be a scene-by-scene copy of the movie Kanchana, there are several instances where the original knocks the replica out of the park completely. In a nutshell, the movie revolves around a guy who is possessed by the spirit of a transgender who seeks revenge. There is a significant difference between the characterization of the lead roles. In Kanchana, Raghav was terrified of spirits to say the least. Whereas in the remake, on one hand, he portrays himself to be the supporter of women. Whereas on the other, he categorizes bangles to be an item that signifies cowardice. What's going on here?
I have no idea. Dude, I don't get it. I don't get it either.
Why even add this unnecessary angle to the movie?
I don't know.
Then we have the trans Lakshmi. As far as the character portrayal is concerned, this is pretty much a scene-by-scene remake of the original.
Thank God!
I must say that Sharad Kelkar's performance in his role was spectacular and the only thing that justifies watching this movie. The movie starts with an empty plot and a scene where anything that is brought from the empty plot has an element of the spirit in it. With the context in place, Asif and Rashmi now come into the picture. Rashmi takes Asif and his nephew to visit her parents on their 25th anniversary. Turns out that Rashmi hasn't spoken to her parents for 3 years, and that's mainly because Rashmi eloped with Asif 3 years ago because their parents did not approve of an inter-religion marriage. This is the part where the director and the person responsible for casting completely forgot about maths. Despite being married for just 25 years, the 24-year-old Rashmi has an elder brother who seems to be in his mid-40s and who also has a 10-year-old daughter.
What sorcery is this?
Rashmi's father is particularly not pleased with Asif. While the movie says it's because of an inter-religion marriage, the real reason is something else.
Tell me. I'm ready. I want to know.
Rashmi's husband is even more elder than her father.
What?
How is a 40-year-old man expected to accept his 28-year-old daughter's husband who is 53 years old? Bollywood movies really don't give a damn about the age of A-list actors. That's how you always end up coming across scenes where an actor is romancing a girl half his age.
उठा ले जान पहचान नहीं है कैसे उठाऊंगा
Asif takes the kids to the empty plot to play cricket. What happens next is pretty standard and Asif returns home with some blood on the stumps. He eventually washes the blood onto a potted plant next to the house and the family members start witnessing the presence of the evil spirit one by one. Rashmi's mother is shown to be an alcoholic in the movie.
आप शराब कब से पी रही हैं?
बचपन से.
Despite living in such a big house, she does bottoms up on country liquor.
Why is the rum always gone?
If you're liking the video so far, a like would really be appreciated. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and also click on the notification icon. Some of the family members go to a Hindu priest for help. Now the priest gives them 3 tests to confirm the spirit's presence. Logic is, if you are able to confirm the presence of the spirit with 1 test, you would skip the remaining. But no, over here they want to do all the 3 tests.
That doesn't make sense.
Eventually the spirit takes over Asif, but it turns out it's not just 1 but 3 spirits. Not only are the 3 spirits based on completely different personalities,
आंटी, मैं एक चिकन लॉलीपॉप ले लूं?
but they even have their own wardrobe. The family then brings in Mark Henry to exorcise the spirit. Turns out, that even the most scariest of spirits can be tamed by self-proclaimed holy water.
मुझसे पंगा मत लेना नहीं मैंने कहा ना मेरे ऊपर पानी मत डालना
I guess the spirit must have seen the movie Constantine.
Go to hell.
We are then taken to a flashback of the spirit's life or Lakshmi's life, which is brilliantly played by Sharad Kelkar. Lakshmi spent her life savings to buy a plot of land to fulfill her daughter's dream of building a community hospital. Not only is the land illegally usurped by a wealthy builder, but Lakshmi and her family is also killed in the process while her daughter is outside pursuing studies.
Why?
I don't know.
While the spirit is eventually sealed, Asif willingly allows himself to be repossessed by Lakshmi.
Now you know the truth. Avenge me.
Lakshmi seems to get even more powers now that Asif is willing to cooperate with her. There is also a scene in the movie where the trans community comes together to dance around campfire on a full moon night. Is this a movie or is this some clipping out of a werewolf story or Twilight? On one hand, you're trying to sensitize people around the plight of the trans community, while on the other, you are showing them as people who gather around campfires on full moon nights to dance away? What's going on here? Advised by a separate Hindu priest, the bad guys take Lakshmi and her loved ones' bodies to the fire to cremate it just so that they can get rid of Lakshmi's spirit. Enter Lakshmi with her newfound additional powers to foil their plan. Lakshmi 2.0 now has the powers of Flash, Wolverine, and even the Scorpion King from Mummy. When the main bad guy goes to the temple to seek refuge from Lakshmi's spirit, Asif takes over and then drags the guy back out. By the way, if you're wondering, Asif also magically grows his mustache back once again.
What sorcery is this?
In the original movie, Kanchana herself is able to enter the temple after a hard-hitting monologue. Why would the director purposefully keep a scene out that actually had some impact on this movie?
I don't know.
With the land reclaimed and the bad guys taken out, you would expect for Lakshmi's spirit to get some peace. But no, she turns out to be coexisting with Asif.
But why?
Maybe for part 2. After all, the original was a franchise. To summarize this movie,
He disappointed me, Anthony, in ways that I can't even begin to tell you.
quite a few reviewers have categorized this movie as being Hindu-phobic, and I honestly get where they're coming from. When you experiment with themes, there are some people who might like it and some who don't. This movie, in my opinion, fails as far as the execution is concerned. There are quite a few impactful scenes within the original movie that should have also made their way through to this movie, but unfortunately they did not. There's also absolutely no consideration to the fact that the audience's tastes and preferences have evolved over a period of 9 years between the release of the original movie and the remake. The main question is, should you watch this movie if you haven't watched it already? Apart from Sharad Kelkar's performance, there isn't really much to see. I would recommend to watch the dubbed version of the original movie that's available on YouTube. If you do decide to watch this movie purely for Sharad Kelkar's performance, you will definitely need liquid courage to keep you going through the remainder of the movie. Are you ready to watch Lakshmi? Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked the video. Do share your thoughts, suggestions in the comment section, and also if there's any other movie that you would like for me to review. Don't forget to hit the subscribe icon and also click on the notification bell so you're notified anytime I upload new content. Stay tuned for more videos, and in the meanwhile, stay safe and keep smiling.